when this conference is over, a lot of people will be motivated to learn more about health and nutrition. And there are a lot of sources. You can go to a nutritionist, a registered dietitian, a medical doctor. You can look at university studies, medical journals, clinical trials, government agencies like the USDA and FDA, what politicians say, what media says, what the scientific studies say, what the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, formerly the American Dietetic Association, says. You can listen to the companies themselves. Which one of these people should we listen to? In other words, which when these people speak, should we say, okay, great, that's what my nutritionist said something, my dietitian, who of these sources of information should we listen to or not listen to based on everything that you're aware of?
None of them. So here's the thing. This is something I've been talking about for a long time, this informed decision-making concept, where you look at anybody who's telling you anything about anything in medicine, a procedure you should have or a diet that you should eat or whatever. And what you really want to do is look at the evidence for the benefits that you're going to get, the risks that you're going to take, and determine if it's worth it. And when you think about it, this is the way you buy everything. I mean, I've never met anybody who says, yeah, you got a new car? Yeah, it's the one the salesman told me I had to drive. I really don't like it that much, but I have to drive it. People don't let other people tell them what to do. They don't live in houses that other people tell them to buy, and they don't drive cars other people tell them to buy. So I think you look at health professionals as advisors, and you check into what they're saying. And sometimes when you do this, you find out that the person that you're thinking of listening to doesn't know what they're talking about. So you get rid of that person, you go on to the next person. Everybody at this table, I think, qualifies to give advice based on the fact that we back up what we say with science that's reliable. But if you're looking in your own community, don't look for a guru. Take responsibility yourself for checking things out before you do it. And it's interesting, I ask people, why are you taking this supplement? My cousin sells it. Why are you eating this diet? My neighbor did keto and told me about it when we were mowing the lawn one day, and I decided to do it too. These are not good decisions, not good reasons to do things. But it's also not good to eat a keto diet because a dietitian told you to do it, or to eat a paleo diet because a medical doctor told you to do it. So forget about the source of the information and verify the information itself, because looking for gurus is why a lot of people are in trouble right now. They believed what people told them.
I agree 100%. I always tell people, when I tell you something, assume I'm Sarah Sanders and I'm just making it up as I go along, and Google it, research it for yourself. But I think the ultimate test is, number one, make sure whoever you talk to is plant-based and knows what they're talking about. But you ultimately are going to have to experience it for yourself. And the reason I call Gary up here is, yeah, I know, man, I'm just dragging you out. We had just a spontaneous conversation today about the fact that Gary's one of the AV guys that, because he was stuck here working like, well, a field hand is probably not a good example. He basically didn't have time to go out and get what he usually eats, so he started eating the vegan food. And Gary, just kind of share with them what you shared with me, man, please.
Go, Gary. Hey, Gary.
Okay. So what I was sharing with him was, and what I shared with a lot of people at the conference, is when I first took on this assignment, I thought, vegan, I was like, these people are crazy. Like, there's no way I'm gonna sit and eat plants. And because we, like as he said, we don't have time to go out and get food. We are basically eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. I just began to eat the food. And I didn't give it any thoughts. I have high blood pressure. I'm pre-diabetic. I'm taking medication for all of that. And after several days of eating the food, I began to feel better. I did. I started having more energy. I mean, the first day we were here, we did 36 hours straight. And normally, if I was eating my regular, diet of chicken or whatever, I normally eat, I would have been exhausted. But I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more energetic. And I can attest that I think there's something to this. You know, I don't know anything about the vegan diet. I know nothing about it, except for the fact that we were stuck here, and we're eating the food, and I feel a lot better. I do. I honestly do. So.
Thanks for letting me call you out. That's the ultimate test. Your body will tell you. That was, and what I shared with him was, when I went plant-based as a teenager, 3 days into it, I woke up and I'm like, what the hell? I've got more energy, I need less sleep, I feel different, and I feel better. And that is what's going to convince you and show you that this is the way that we should all be eating. The proof is in the plantains.